This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. The U.S. State Department has refuted claims by Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev that it supplies Armenia with lethal weapons. In a statement to Radio Azatutyun, RFERL's Armenian service, a department spokesperson said, U.S. security assistance to both Armenia and Azerbaijan is focused on strengthening interoperability with U.S. and NATO forces, increasing military professionalization, and securing their borders with Iran. It stressed that such assistance cannot be used for offensive purposes. Aliyev made the claim in an interview with Russian state television last week, claiming that Azerbaijan has tracked military transport planes landing at Armenian airports to deliver weapons. He did not offer any evidence or further details about the alleged weapons. Aliyev has been increasing his rhetoric against Western countries over the past year. In the interview, he bellowed, "We have repeatedly told Armenia and its sponsors in the U.S. State Department that the armament must stop." Armenia has deepened its defense ties with the United States, as evidenced by Defense Minister Suren Papikyan's trip to meet his American counterpart Lloyd Austin earlier this month, where they discussed training, military education, and capacity building. Azerbaijan has raised its 2025 defense and national security budget to about $5 billion, compared to Armenia's estimated $1.7 billion. Observers have noted frequent flights from an Israeli military base to Baku, along with other suspected weapons deliveries from Turkey, Serbia, and Bulgaria. Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan will not participate in the annual unofficial gathering of ex-Soviet states being held today in St. Petersburg, Russia. Pashinyan noted on Facebook that he had tested positive for COVID in recent days and was in isolation until testing negative today. However, later this afternoon he updated that he tested positive again and would be working under restrictions. This likely means he will not be attending tomorrow's summit of the Russian-led Eurasian Economic Union, also in St. Petersburg. As a result, the Kremlin says it expects Pashinyan will participate by video, as it is an important participant in the organization. Last year, Pashinyan attended the back-to-back summits, which broke his months-long trend of refusing to attend gatherings of Russian-backed bodies, though Armenia still boycotts meetings of the Collective Security Treaty Organization Defense Bloc and has frozen its membership in it. Despite holding the rotating presidency of the Eurasian Economic Union this year, Armenia declined to host any of the summits. Some analysts believe the reason might be due to Armenia's joining the International Criminal Court earlier this year, which obligates it to arrest Vladimir Putin should he visit, and has further frayed its already tattered relationship with Russia. Due to Armenia's high economic dependence on Moscow, it has remained active in the Eurasian Union, unlike the CSTO. Big bonuses for municipality employees versus reduced funding for infrastructure and capital development programs. Those are some of the contradictory trends found in an analysis of Yerevan's 2025 budget by the Luis Foundation. The foundation is the think tank of the former ruling Republican Party. The report finds that the upcoming increase in public transportation fares is a major driver of the budget's expected cash inflow, projected to bring in more than $50 million, nearly a quarter of the city's revenue. A new property tax methodology that increases rates is another major driver of the budget. Meanwhile, critical programs for the city's development are being cut, with both the road repair and bridge restoration budgets decreasing by about 25% each. The bonus fund for municipality employees will grow by another 46% in 2025, having already grown more than 4 times bigger over the past 3 years. The Luis Foundation's analysts raised questions about other expenditures as well, including a 6 times increase in what is spent on holiday decorations. According to the analysis, city authorities continue facing budget deficit planning challenges. In past years, actual deficit figures have sharply deviated from planned ones, indicating an ineffective budget planning system. If you understand Armenian, check out the first part of our new documentary on the current status of Armenia's medieval capital, Ani, located just over the border in Turkey. It delves into the ruin's time as an off-limits militarized zone during the Soviet period, what Turkey's policy to the site has been, what renovation works are underway, and much more. CivilNet visited the site and spoke to people interested in its history and concerned about its fate. You can find a link to it in the video description. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.